How's it going there, everybody? It's Mr. Sen over here, bringing you guys a brand new Nanatsu no Taizai chapter discussion. And for today's segment, guys, we're going to be talking about is chapter 203. And in this chapter, guys, we're going to be talking about a little bit as to what Ludociel's plan is actually heading towards to, as we're slowly but surely actually getting teased at the exposition between the actual Goddess Clan members and how vicious they are and just how prejudiced they are against the Demon Clan members themselves. That it's pretty interesting how the chapters are kind of heading towards. So, and it's been a while too since Nakaba's been taking out chapters that I'm still not used to actually reviewing them after it's been such a long time, since I believe it was December or November. Like, honestly, it's been a long while. But like I said, let's get to this chapter now. In the beginning of this chapter, we were actually showcased with Meliodas and Law actually talking to each other, as we all were aware of. Law is the, I could say, like the leader of the humans against the resistance against the Demon Clan members themselves. And Law is actually talking to Meliodas and actually explaining as to, you know, you're very different from the Demon Clan members, that you actually set yourself apart. You know, you're able to talk, to come over here and actually have a chat with us and eat with us and party with us. And it's true, Meliodas does seem like he's very different from the Demon Clan members, but that's because what does love do? It changes a person, because he loves Elizabeth to this very day. But the thing about that really actually, like, I started noticing what Law was and Meliodas had in the dialogue between themselves was the fact that Law said, actually no, that Meliodas was actually explaining, was the fact that what is good and what is evil. You know, we're just two different people, two different races, having two different opposing ideals just fighting against you. And that's the way I was kind of reading that chapter. And it was interesting too, as if to say that Meliodas is sort of the middle ground between these two parties, because when you look at it, the Demon Clan members, slowly but surely, it seems that they're actually more, as to say, they're fighting for defensive and for revenge, and the Goddess Clan are actually fighting for spite, and they're just fighting out of you could say needless bloodshed. That's the way it's kind of going towards in this chapter. Because later in the chapter, after Meliodas talks to Bond, of course, they could have gone more with the more dialogue with it, but then they just kind of gave that little shonen friendship speech where just because we're friends, let's just have a good, nice chat, fist bump, and boom. And then we goes on to another. That was kind of like interesting how it kind of went there. It was kind of turning philosophical, but they kind of stopped because they're like, oh wait, this is a children's show. You gotta stop with the philosophical ideals and go towards the fun side, because later in the chapter we learn more about the Fairy Clan is actually involving themselves with the Goddess Clan, as Gloxinia actually let Ludociel come in and let, like you say, put up a defensive barrier around the fairy forest. Now that was very interesting, because then in the chapter we learned that Gerard was in the chapter, and it seems that Gerard is actually Gloxinia's sister, not actually lover, but sister. Lover spiritually, but not physically, folks. Yes, a lot of the people that were actually shipping these together, be careful there, because incest is not wincest, folks. No, be careful right there. But luckily that was pretty hilarious as to how they were kind of going, because remember, it's actually King underneath Gloxinia's body, as he's just shocked seeing Gerard in a different state, seeing more happy, etc, etc. But the chapter was explaining more with what Ludociel was actually doing, because it seems that Ludociel in the chapter, it seems that she actually created this barrier that's actually housing the Demon Clan members themselves, that's actually live bait for the Demon Clan members to actually come and find them at this fairy forest. And that's where the trial starts, that King was actually trying to explain to Diane. The chapter has, you know, Diane, of course, she's in Dolores' body and she's just having fun fighting some other giants themselves. And it's hilarious because King was actually trying to figure out as to what the trial was, and it seems that we're actually getting to see that the trial itself was all the resistance members facing off against the whole entire Demon Clan members. Now that I actually do want to see. I want to see what actually is going to be happening in that sense, because Ludociel is just smiling and was having a conversation early in the chapter with Elizabeth. And Elizabeth, of course, she has that simplistic ideal where, you know, we all should be loving and having peace, but Ludociel's ideal form of peace is eradicating the Demon Clan members. By eradicating, that is quote unquote peace. as Ludociels or the goddess clan members, they seem to have an imperialistic view on taking down another nation or another clan in itself. That's not necessarily a very horrible idea, but it's just the way that she's kind of going towards to it. It just seems that, like I said, it seems very prejudiced and very biased too, that she's having a one-sided ideal. Ludociel, I feel like Ludociel's gonna die because we haven't seen her ever since this actually, since the flashback into the actual overall arc. So maybe in this arc, I feel like personally, I'm putting my theory that Ludociel might die trying to save Elizabeth, or maybe facing up against the Ten Commandments, because the fact that, you know, we're seeing more and more that the goddess clan members themselves aren't necessarily that ideal clan that we all actually were hoping to see. Which is interesting to see how Nakaba's actually going, that the goddess clan members, it's gonna be a twist if the goddess clan members were actually the main villains themselves. Pretty interesting, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pretty interesting. But needless to say, guys, the chapter does end right there with the demon clan members right there at the front doorstep of the Fairy King's forest. And now we're gonna get to see what really's been going on back in the 3,000-year-old war. Now, I'm gonna end it right here, guys, because like I said, that's all I could really say. But let me know down in the comments below as to what are you guys' thoughts on the chapter itself. What did you guys think about theories, ideas as to what's gonna be happening with King and Diane, as what they're really gonna be seeing. And personally, I feel like what they're really gonna be seeing as the betrayal of, I think the goddess clan also might be betraying the other clan members themselves, because we're still wondering as to how did they get imprisoned as well. Maybe Meliodas imprisoned the demon clan and the goddess clan to actually attain that peace. Because needless to say, if you guys think about it, there is peace in Britannia itself, but without the goddess clan and the demon clan. But like I said, let me know down in the comments below and let me know what you guys think about this chapter. And as always, guys, hope you guys have a wonderful day. And don't forget to give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Nanatsu no Taizai chapter discussions. And that's it for today, folks. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out, folks.